So on screen, you can see question number 2 of working capital. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
a factory
Yes, sir.
produced 96,000 units during the year. So read properly that information is given for the year and sell them at rupees 50 per unit. Cost structure is as under. So first and the foremost, 96,000 given for the year, and we can see in additional information every other adjustment is given for the month. So I can do a simple calculation as my first calculation, like question number 1, 96,000 divided by 12, in this case 12 months. So per month, how many units
800,
are
sir.
produced?
800.
8,000. 8,000. Please do your
8,000, sir.
8,000. 96,000 divided by 12. This gives us one important
8,000.
information, 8,000 per month, and sell them at rupees 50 per unit. So this information we will keep in mind, that total sales of the company for the entire year is 96,000 into 50, and for 1 month it is 8,000 into 50. समझ में आया?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this table which says that raw material cost is rupees 30 per unit, labor 7 rupees 50 paisa per unit, overheads 5 rupees per unit, total cost 42.50 per unit, and selling price is already given 50 rupees, and that leaves profit of 7.50 per unit. So this information of cost structure, raw material, labor, overhead, total cost, profit and sales is same like question number 1. And first column which says that percentage, 60% is raw material, 15 is labor, 10% is overhead, 85% is a cost, 15% is profit, and 100% is selling price. This information is not useful anyway for solving question of working capital. It is useless information just given for confusion. So this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's read question further following additional information. The activity of purchasing, producing and selling occurs evenly throughout the year, meaning that when you are doing calculation, you must assume one thing, that in a year, 12 months and 96,000 units total produced and sold. So we are dividing by 12, finding out 8,000 per month. At that time, underlying assumption is that activities are happening evenly. It's not like that first 4 months sales and production is double, then half. ऐसा नहीं है. We are assuming that every month same way activities will happen. 88,000 will be produced and sold every month, and that way 96,000 units will be produced and sold. So requirement of raw material, requirement of labor, requirement of overheads and even sales revenue will happen evenly in the same manner month after month. This is clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So whether question gives you this information or question is not giving you this information, your assumption is same. Now let's move further. Raw material equivalent to 1 month is hold in go down. So this first information is your first calculation, that in my go down, I need to keep 1 month's stock of raw material. So what amount rupees we need to calculate? So I will do calculation 8,000 in 1 month, 8,000 into 1, it is 1 month, multiply by 30. This is clear to you? कैसे calculation करेंगे? 8,000 into 1 month into 30 rupees. So this gives me 2,40,000.
2,40,000.
Clear? So पहला जो हम लिखते हैं आंसर में stock of raw material, that will be 2,40,000. The production process takes 1 month. Now this production process information is given for calculation of work in progress, WIP. So I will calculate WIP by writing raw material of 1 month, labor of 1 month, but of course multiply by 50%, and overheads of 1 month multiply by 50%. समझ में आ रहा है सब लोगों को? Yes?
Yes, sir.
If you have solved this question number 1, then you will easily understand question number 2, where I will be doing a calculation like this, that 8,000 into 1 into 30 plus 8,000 into 1 into 7.50 into 50%. Then third element of WIP overheads is 8,000 into 1 into 5 into 50%. Total of all these three calculation will be my work in progress. Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Finished goods equivalent to 3 months production carried in stock. So finished goods now we will calculate same way, 8,000 into 3 or into 42 rupees and 50 paisa, because total cost is 42 rupees and 50 paisa. So my finished goods stock will be calculated, once again I am repeating, 8,000 into 3 into 42.50. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what is the calculation for finished goods? Yes? How you
8,000
1
multiply
lakh 20,000.
by multiply by 3 months.
perfect? 8,042.50 is cost and 3 months stock is required. Debtors get 2 months credit. Next information says debtors get 2 months credit. Can any student try for calculation of debtors? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yes. How you will
8,000 multiplied by 2 months into 50.
perfect. 8,000 multiplied by 2 months multiplied by 50 rupees. So whatever is answer, that is my debtors. That is the estimation of amount required to get blocked into debtors. So we have calculated current assets in the form of raw material stock, WIP stock, finished goods stock, debtors. Now, another information says creditors allowed 1.5 month credit. So this will be my future current liability. So I will do calculation of creditors and my creditors will be calculated like this. This is this amount is for raw material. Raw material suppliers are giving me 1.5 months credit. So I will do calculation 8,000 into 30 rupees, that is my raw materials cost, multiply by 1.5 months. So I will do my calculation like this: 8,000 into 30 into 1.5. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? So creditors. Now time lag in payment of wages and overheads is only half month. So this is my another current liability. My laborers need to be paid every 2 weeks or half month, after half month. And overheads also needs to be paid after half month. So credit available is for half month. So outstanding will be 8,000 into 7.50 multiplied by half month, and overhead will be 8,000 into 5 into half month. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any student, if any student can repeat for wages, how to calculate wages? Yes, wages का calculation बताएंगे?
8,000 into 7.50 into half month.
Perfect. And overheads का calculation?
8,000 into 5 into half month.
Perfect. Now, cash balance to be maintained at 10% on working capital. So, you need to calculate first working capital, which is current asset minus current liabilities, and whatever working capital comes, calculate 10% of that, and 10% of that is a provision for cash balance. So I will be doing that like first question, what we have done, 15% contingencies. So here it is cash balance to be maintained 10% of working capital. Now one more important information is 10% sales were made above the selling price. I don't think. Wait. You can see calculation of datas on screen. So this last adjustment is important, that if it was a normal question where this difference in price was not there, easily we can calculate 8,000 into 50 into 2 months. So that's all. But here they are saying that 90% was normal. So I have done calculation 8,000 into 50 into 2 months multiply by 90%, because that was normal. But 10% was not at the 50 rupees, but that was at 10% plus. Price was 10% plus. So it was not 50 rupees, but it was 55 rupees. So this is something new which we are learning in question number 2. Followed? The
Yes, sir.
adjustment is like this: 10% sales were made 10% above the selling price. So यहाँ पे 10% is little missing. I am writing here 10%. देखो यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा 10%. You are able to see screen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
10% of the sales were made 10% above the selling price. So here we have to write 10%. And now your question answer, while writing datas, you will say that 2 months credit. So you will be doing calculation 8,000 into datas is 50 rupees into 2 months, but multiply by 90%. And second calculation is same way, 8,000 into 2 months, but price will be 55 rupees because it is 10% above the selling price, and multiply by 10%. 10% of the total sales was like this. So as a really to understand, 7,200 units were sold at the rate of 50 rupees and 800 units were sold at the rate of 55 rupees. So your total sales will be calculated accordingly, and accordingly datas will change because data's calculation is based on sales price. So this is something new which we have learned. So ऐसा adjustment जब भी दिया होगा तभी आपका datas के calculation में दो calculation आएगा, 90% normal और 10% at the increased price of 55 rupees. Followed? समझ में आया? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So based on this understanding, let's go through the answer and reconcile that whatever we have learned, your answer is based on that. In working capital, your first calculation is crucial. First calculation is really important. You need to be very, very clear that information is given in weeks or month or what way. So here all entire question is in month. So you have divided 96,000 units by 12 months, and first you have calculated per month how much is a manufacturing and sales activity, and that is 8,000 units. Okay, 8,000 units. 8,000 units, not per unit. Okay, units. So ये 8,000 समझ में आया सब लोगों को? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now title of your answer. Read what is the title of your answer? Statement.
Statement showing estimation of working capital.
Perfect. So every answer is estimation of working capital, future need of working capital. So you as an accountant are preparing statement showing estimation of working capital. Simple format, particulars, inner column, outer column. First, calculation of current assets. In this question, three types of stocks you are calculating first: raw material, WIP, and finished goods. So raw material, 8,000 into 30 into 1 month, because question says that raw material stock needs to be carried for 1 month, and table says that raw material cost per unit is rupees 30. So 8,000 you have calculated per month, 8,000 into 30 into 1 month, answer is 2,40,000. Yes, followed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Second is WIP, work in progress. Yesterday I explained to you that in a factory, some of the material is under process. You are manufacturing, cloth is issued, and cutting master is doing a cutting of a cloth, then stitching is going on, then packing is going on, and those processes are happening for a shirt manufacturing company, at that time your sum of the investment, sum of money is blocked in WIP activity or WIP stock. So we need to estimate that what will be the requirement of amount to be blocked in WIP at this level of activity, 8,000 units per month. So I will require raw material 8,000 into 30 into 1 month, because raw material will be 100% consumed. Labor, of course, you need to multiply by 50%. Everyone is very, very clear on this point. So calculation is 8,000 into 7.5 into 1 into 50%. You need to be very, very clear that why I am doing 50%, because this is WIP, half material is produced and half process is remaining. So as an accountant, it's my fair assumption that on an average, it's like 50% of the cost will require. So 8,000 into 7.5 into 1 month into 50%. Clear hai sab logon ko?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Same way for overheads, 8,000 into 5 rupees per unit overhead, again 1 month WIP and 50% is estimation. So those calculation gives us amount. You must be good in calculation. 2,40,000, 30,000, 20,000, total 2,90,000 required for work in progress. Next, finished goods. Finished goods is at total cost. I mean, all material, labor, overhead, everything is to be done, and there is a finished goods in my godown, in my showroom, 8,000 into 42.5, that is the cost per unit, and that stock I need to maintain 3 months. So question says 3 months finished goods you need to maintain. So my estimation for amount to be blocked in finished goods is 8,000 into 42.5 into 3, which is equal to 10,20,000. देखो कैलकुलेटर पे करो, 10,20,000 आता है बराबर?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now this is something new. Datas, we learned that out of the total datas, 10% are sold at a 10% more than the selling price. That is the adjustment. So 90% is normal. So my normal calculation is 8,000 into 50, which is a normal selling price, into 2 months into 90%. So my actually what I have done is 7,200 units at the rate of rupees 50 for 2 months, because I multiply by 90%. And 10% is at above the normal price. So what I am doing is 8,000 into 55 into 2, and that calculation is applied only for 10%. So multiply by 10%. Karo calculator pe ye dono calculation and check that this calculation is proper or not. Please do it fast. Yes, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
8,000 into 50 into 2 months into 90%.
Yes, sir.
7,20,000, sir. Perfect.
And next one is 8,000 into 55 into 2 months into 10%. So on your screen, you can see datas of 8,08,000, and when you do total of all current assets, 23,58,000 total current assets. Now, part 2, current liabilities. First current liability in this question is creditors. And calculation for creditors is 1.5 months what supplier will give you credit. and raw material price is rupees 30. So 8,000 into 30 into 1.5 month, which gives me answer of rupees 3,60,000. Yes, all students are
Yes,
doing
sir.
this calculations.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So 3,60,000 my creditors. And second, you know this thing, that time lag in payment of labor and overhead, meaning how much is calculation for outstanding labor and outstanding overheads is the next step which we need to do. Bracket says 8,000 units, which is per month production and sales, into 7.5, that is labor cost per unit given in table, 8,000 into 7.5 into half month. Half month is what they have given us in question, additional information. So 8,000 into 7.5 into half month calculation you are doing, and on calculator you are getting 30,000. So 30,000 is outstanding labor, outstanding overheads, 8,000 into 5 into half month, 20,000. Yes, you have done this calculation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
50,000 is my time lag or outstanding overheads, outstanding labor. So how much is a total of liability, current liabilities?
4,10,000.
4,10,000.
4,10,000. First, you have done total of current assets, which was 23,58,000. Now you have done total of current liabilities, 4,10,000. So current asset minus current liabilities, everyone in class knows this formula of working capital is equal to current asset minus current liabilities. So that answer comes to 19,48,000. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
everyone followed this much.
Yes, sir.
And last, one more adjustment is 10% cash balance needs to be maintained all the time. 10% of working capital. So my working capital is 19,48,000. I am calculating 10% of that, which comes to 1,94,800.
800.
And when you add that, your total is 21,42,800, which is my estimation of total working capital requirement in this case. This company will require 21,42,800 as amount to be invested in working capital. Management must see to it that all the time they have got enough working capital and there is no shortage of working capital. As accountant, you will be telling to your boss, telling to your director that, see, I have done this calculation, and as per my calculation, I am estimating future requirement of working capital rupees 21,42,800. So management will make provision for amount looking at this particular calculation. So this is what is a meaning of calculation of working capital, and this way topic is very, very useful. Everyone followed what we are doing? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.